My girlfriend actually likes the show. She kind of has to say that because I'm her boyfriend. But
Right.
Yeah, I bet you like a lot of her hobbies too.
Oh, guess again. She'll straight up say, she'll be like, I do this stuff with you. Why can't you just pay
Taylor
attention
just
to a little bit of
loves
this?
gardening. Can you believe it? No.
No, don't buy it.
I bet that starting up a garden sucks, but I bet it gets easier and easier after you start harvesting stuff. And you're like, damn, this is a delicious pepper, way better than store-bought. This is a great.
I've been thinking about doing it. I don't know why Woody doesn't, because he's got the equipment.
On
he's
the
got
other
the land.
side, I feel like starting at like the part of a garden that would be fun to me is maybe like leveling a piece of land to make it really level. Maybe that's a thing that matters.
Tilling the soil.
Tilling the soil with some sort of heavy machinery where like a work happens. And then the other part where you just pull weeds out all the time is the least interesting thing I can think of.
That's not a thing. If you're pulling weeds, you've made a couple errors.
I'm getting Monsanto
That could be true.
spray.
Taylor knows.
Demolishing all that stuff.
Monsanto solved that for us.
Yeah, thank you, Monsanto. This episode of PKA is brought to you by Monsanto.
No, it's not. They'll give you cancer.
No, it's not.
But yeah, we tried like 3 times when I was growing up to make gardens. My dad and I, and every time there was an act of God type failure. One year, a whirlwind, like you can't make this up, a whirlwind came down and flattened all the corn. The most freak thing you've ever seen in your life.
Like a dust devil. Like
yeah. But serious enough to crush corn. Like it wasn't a twister.
It was a mini twister.
A whirlwind came down and crushed, I don't know, 250 corn stalks. Just smushed them flat like something out of a whirlwind. A whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Yes, a whirlwind.
Yeah, well, that sucks.
Another year we were invaded
How big
by
were these
raccoons.
gardens that they destroyed?
If it had 250 corn,
Just
it was a serious. It was a mini farm.
Yeah, really big. Because just he's got a couple hundred acres there, and tractors, plows, and all that stuff. So we plow out a spot that was like 100 feet, 150 feet long by like 40 feet wide.
Did you put a fence around it? That's one of the things that
electric fence. Yeah, had to after the first year when the coons came and made off with all the melons.
Becky's going to do a little mini garden type thing as a trial. She wants to do an elevated garden. Like
Taylor didn't take the bait on that one.
No, I did not.
And we're going to put it inside the pool fence. And if it goes, because she's like, all right, Woody, here's what I want. I want a garden on like stilts, so I don't have to bend over to weed it. And I want it to be inside it's basically a greenhouse with no roof, which I'm sure we'll get a roof eventually, large enough to drive a tractor in. And it's like, I don't even know if you like this hobby. Like, let's start slow.
So the starter way is to get those potter things, those like
the planters.
Planters.
That actually arrived today. That's how we're starting. She's going to have one or two, like
the one that's elevated off the ground.
Yeah, she'll have,
and you put your own soil, and it'll
be like 8 foot by 2 foot.
Potato planters. The potato planter has a door that you open on the side, so you can harvest the potatoes, and then just close it back and grow more potatoes because they're like a root vegetable.
Right.
So you you open a door that's on the side and there's just potatoes hanging there, and
that's the absolute cheapest version that you can get of it. It's like $3.
Oh yeah, that's the cheap one. That's like a big bag, but there's one that's hard, like hard plastic with a swinging door. It's pretty neat. I've only seen them online. I've never used them or anything. My dad grows tomatoes now, and he puts them in those like planter.
Imagine if they grew like that. Just like 70 tomatoes fell out of the side,
spilling out.
Like this
fresh tomatoes are so fucking good. That's like I have a memory in my head of, because my grandparents, they had a farm with a bunch of cattle and shit, and they had a garden that they tended, not a huge one, but just kind of for fun for them. And like, as a little kid, I just run out there and grab a fresh tomato off the vine and just eat it like an apple. And it was so crisp and fresh and good. Oh, I loved that. Good. Try and do that with a store-bought one. No.
I do that.
I would like to grow peppers. I would like to grow like chili peppers. Let me show you what I'm doing right now.
We have while he comes back, we get they're pretty close to fresh grown tomatoes. Actually, we get a little co-op farm or something that delivers tomatoes to the house, and other.
How do you make them? Are you just eating them? Do you ever like slice? Like I've been doing this recently with Roma tomatoes. Is you have them and then quarter them into like long ways slices, and then you put them all in a bowl with like a drizzle of olive oil and then salt and pepper, and you mix it all up, obviously, and then you roast it for like 30 minutes. Fantastic.
Cooking tomatoes isn't my cup of tea. I like them fresh and sort of firmer. Sometimes I'll have that in like some sort of chicken salad on a naan. Sometimes I'll just do a tomato sandwich where I slice it up, pepper and mayonnaise, salt, pepper, mayonnaise, and it's a good sandwich.
I can't eat a sandwich without meat on it.
No, it's great. Tomato sandwich is amazing.
Well, PB&J. All right, I stand corrected. But anyway, let's see that hot sauce again.
Yeah, so I'm making hot sauce. So what I'm doing is I'm fermenting the peppers. So these ferment for a week or up to 2 weeks. So what I've got in there, I've got habaneros, jalapenos, poblanos, and banana peppers. Because I wanted like, I don't know.
Variety. Yeah.
Little variety. That's a habanero. That dark green there's jalapeno.
Do you just throw them in there raw or slice them first? Or I can't.
I sliced them up. I threw them in there and I added salt water. And I think you do 1 1/4 teaspoons of sea salt per cup of water, if that matters. That's the ratio. And I threw in some cardamom pods and some black peppercorn, and that's about it. And they'll sit in there for 1 to 2 weeks. I burp it every day because it's fermenting, and I'll get the gas out so this jar doesn't shatter. And then at the end of 2 weeks, once it's all fermented, I separate the brine from the peppers. I blend the peppers into like a puree, and then I add like the brine plus some apple cider vinegar and any more seasonings that I want to add. If I want to add some cumin or I don't know, any honey or anything else like that. And I've got hot sauce, and it's fermented hot sauce that I can.
How much is that going to make? Like,
don't know.
Probably not a jar that size full, right?
Probably not a jar that size. Maybe though, because some of those peppers are so goddamn hot. Those habaneros, especially, and those are like real jalapenos, not the bitch ones that most people get now. They breed jalapenos now, so a lot cooler than they used to be. They're supposed to be 5,000 to 7,000 Scoville units.
You let the seeds in there, I hope. That's where all the spicy goodness is.
Yeah, I think you can maybe see
a jalapeno without the seeds in it is depressing. It's not.
Yeah, you see some seeds there. Yeah,
I didn't know until like last year that the seeds were the problem. I go to a Vietnam restaurant and get, how do you pronounce that? It's pho. I think it is pho. And they have peppers in there that they put, and those peppers are like not for white people. You know, I had tears coming down my eyes and stuff. And Taylor's like, you pop the middle out, it gets 80% better. Suddenly it's back in my territory. I can handle it.
See, no, I want the seeds in there.
It's a little embarrassing. Like, they give me, I don't know, 12 napkins. It's like, oh, for what my nose is expelling, we're going to need 24, 30 napkins here. You got to keep that rolling in. I can't. Really? I'm coughing.
You're coughing?
Yeah, I got the hiccups.
Okay, if you're coughing and the hiccups, it's way too hot for you. I've never been in a restaurant and eaten something and gone,
I feel like everyone's watching me, and if I was like four people.
That Tabasco made me cough. God, that much vinegar hitting the back of your throat.
Yeah, sometimes I sit at this table, and the table is for like 12, so they just put like sort of individuals there. So I'm not as alone as I wish I was, just having this near-death hot experience. And now I pop out the centers a little bit to tone it down.
Do you have a tender butthole? Because people will complain about spicy poops. And I thought that was, I think I've said it on the show, I thought that was a meme for the longest time because I eat incredibly hot food all the time because I enjoy it, and it never hurts my ass.
I only suffer
think that
during
people
the hiccups.
I don't understand the people who are like whenever I'm like, oh yeah, I had Taco Bell last night. Like, oh, enjoy the awful diarrhea, and it's like, you get horrible diarrhea when you eat Taco Bell, or like when I was talking about like all I ate when I was in prison was chili. They're like, I guess it was diarrhea every day, huh? Like, no, it wasn't at all. I can eat things like chili and hot sauce without having butthole problems.
I don't know how you could have that much fiber and hold it in for so long.
I don't know what was going on.
That's just insane. Beans are like all fiber.
It was some kind of stress reaction. I don't know what was going on. It was just, And when I finally did poop, I don't remember it being extraordinary or anything. Like once I got out, it's like maybe I was just absorbing 100% of that chili.
Like Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
Anthony